Hello, my name is James, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the 7 WordPress plugins that should be installed on any WordPress website. In my career, I have built hundreds of WordPress websites, from simple ones, one pages, couple of pages, to advanced ones, to e-commerce ones, and so on. And across that experience, there are a couple of plugins that I've used consistently on all websites, and this is the list. Number 1 is WordFence. And this is a security plugin that looks at the traffic that's coming to your website and detects spam and then denies access from those spam people to your website. It's a really great plugin. It prevents spam on your website. It protects your website from people who are maybe trying to log in and gain access and bring down your website or put malicious content onto your website or malicious code onto your website. And it is a number 1 plugin that you should install. With that, there's a second WordFence plugin called WordFence Login Security. And what WordFence Login Security does, it allows multi-factor authentication when you're logging into your WordPress website. So what that means is that you log in with your username and your password, and then there's going to be a second factor of authentication. So you're going to need to link a authenticator app, the Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, LastPass Authenticator. There are tons you can choose from. You're going to have to link that Authenticator app to your WordPress website so that when you as an administrator log in, you're going to put in your username, you're going to put in your password, you're going to click login, and then it's going to ask you for a code that is on your phone. So you're going to open your Authenticator app. On the Authenticator app, it's going to show you a code for your website. You're going to put whatever you see there into your website. It's a rolling code, so it's going to be every 30 seconds. And that's just an additional layer of security. So if someone does get your username and your password, they're not going to have this one-time code that is produced by the Authenticator app to be able to get into your website either. Number 2 is Really Simple SSL. And Really Simple SSL, what it does is it makes sure that your website loads over a secure connection. So it loads over HTTPS instead of HTTP, and any HTTP requests get redirected to HTTPS requests. So what this means is that your website always loads on that secure connection, and Google is going to be looking for that secure connection, and your users are also going to be looking for that secure connection, because when you don't load over SSL, there's going to be a banner that Chrome might bring up to say that this connection is not secure. So to build trust with your customers, especially if you have an e-commerce website, you need to make sure that your website loads over SSL. The actual certificate, the actual security certificate, that's going to need to be produced by your hosting company or by Let's Encrypt SSL. Most hosting companies will provide that for free. Let's Encrypt is a free service, so they'll just install that. And Really Simple SSL, just make sure that it always loads over that secure connection and that you don't have pages that are not loading over that secure connection. There are a lot of other things that Really Simple SSL does and can do. This is the main one, but there are lots of settings, and I'll go into specific details on that in another video. Number 3 is the Duplicator plugin. And what Duplicator does is it allows you to download a copy of your website. So you can have a full backup of your website on your computer in case anything goes wrong. Most hosting providers will provide a rolling backup, rolling maybe 7-day backup, depending on your hosting provider. But having a backup stored on your computer is very valuable, because if you need to rebuild the website fast, if something goes wrong, if your hosting provider can't provide the backups, or maybe you haven't noticed the problem for a while and it's been more than 7 days, the backups that your hosting provider are going to have are going to include whatever error or whatever you don't want inside those backups. So to have something stored on your computer is really, really important. And Duplicator is a free plugin that you can use to create those packages, download it, store it on your computer, and if you need it, it's very quick and easy to get it back up and running. Number 4 is Yoast SEO. And Yoast SEO allows you to make sure that some factors for SEO that Google will look at, such as your page title, your meta description, the content on your page, the images for your page, and so on, are all optimized for a key phrase, a keyword that you would like to show up in Google results for. And this allows you to make sure that all your content is always optimized for specific terms and have what you would like to display in the meta description and the title and so on for your website. It's a really valuable tool and it's very easy to use and it can really help in your SEO strategy. So number 5 is Smush. And what Smush does is it reduces the file size of images that you are uploading to your WordPress site, which means that they will load quicker for people visiting your site. And it also lazy loads images, which means that until someone actually goes to that part of the page where the image is, it's not going to load that image, which means that your page load will be faster. And when that person gets to that image, then the image will load for them and they'll be able to see exactly what they need to see. Number 6 is W3 Total Cache. And W3 Total Cache is going to improve the overall performance of your website. There are many, many settings that you can change in here, but even having the very basic settings that just comes out of the box with W3 Total Cache will improve how your website performs. And ultimately, improved performance means better user accessibility, better user experience on the website, and ultimately, Google will see that and then improve your rankings because your website is doing better. The final plugin that I would install on any website is called CMP Coming Soon and Maintenance. And what this does is it allows you to activate a coming soon or a maintenance page if you're doing any maintenance, or if you're still building your website, then you can activate it and you can put up a really nice page that says coming soon. You can put a counter on there. You can put details in there so your customers can actually contact you. And if you're doing any maintenance on your website and you need to actually update your website or update some content on your website, or you're changing your theme or you're changing the overall layout, you can activate the maintenance page to also inform your customers that your website's being maintained. It'll take 20 minutes or it'll take 2 hours or whatever your maintenance period is. And then they should definitely come back, and in the meantime, maybe they should subscribe to your newsletter, or they can visit some other content or something to that effect. So these are the 7 plugins that I would recommend on any WordPress installation, and it's the 7 plugins that I would install when I'm building a website for anyone. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has. And if you enjoyed my content, please subscribe to my channel. I do put content out here weekly.